So welcome back to Drinks and Discussions, the RPG podcast. This is a podcast where a bunch of us from the Discord, members of the community, are allowed to come together, hang out, sip drinks, and talk anything RPG related. In today's episode, we are diving back into our mini-series, we'll call it. It is an ongoing little TTRPG campaign called The Dirty Journey. This is hosted and run by Adis. Huge shout out to him. Thank you for running this. He is a brand new DM who his first game he's DMing is The Dirty Journey. So Pickles and I have the honor of playing in it. Pickles is here. You may know him as the voice actor of characters such as Grunkle from King's Crossing or Morgan from The Dirty Journey. He's also the DM and storyteller of the hit show Strange Town of Golden Ridge. You can find that entire series over on the YouTube. He is playing Morgan. Morgan is a punk-ass hedge witch.
Yeah.
Is that close?
No,
close
that's not wrong.
Okay,
So
I'm
trying
trying to keep introductions short, so hopefully that was good enough. Okay, and then I myself am Wrath. Many of you know me. I play characters such as King from Strange Town Golden Ridge. I also play Solomon in The Dirty Journey here. Solomon is a revived, summoned entity person from the ancient past, who has been summoned to be Morgan's servant. It's basically all I know about him so far. Morgan. No, Solomon. I'm also the storyteller and writer behind the show King's Crossing. You can find that entire series over on the YouTube. That series is actually returning this Sunday. Holy shit. In a week. That series will be returning with characters such as Grunkle, Wilfer Bellalore, Torvekik, Adarag, Nimwort, and more coming soon. But that's all I got for now. I'm going to be passing it off to our lovely DM. So everyone give him the room. Round of applause in chat. Adis, the show is yours.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful introduction.
Thank you.
All right. Well, our intrepid duo. So, last we left off, we had made it to the top of this decrepit old tower that seems to have a bit of a wrinkle in time to it, sort of feel. And they've now discovered the secret behind the blue wisp that was floating around in the canopies. Turns out to be Lily O'Leary, the daughter of Taskmaster O'Leary. We've learned a little bit about maybe there's some things that are maybe not quite as they seem going along the trail here. And we will pick back up at the top of the tower. So just to recap, you guys have found Lily's necklace called Eternum's Gate. It is a necklace that allows conversation with spirits, as well as 3 times a day you can switch back to a past time for 15 seconds. So 3 times a day,
Okay.
you have 3 charges.
Morgan,
Alright.
you're wearing this necklace. Do not forget that you have it.
What necklace?
Right.
I'm kidding, Solomon. I'm kidding.
Right, well, I think I'm going to take my leave. I've got some words to say with Babs, and
Babs.
I'll see you in a little while. Maybe.
Trying to remember, was Babs evil?
You don't know.
Oh,
You haven't
okay.
met Babs.
Didn't
Yeah, I was gonna
Babs...
say we met Griselda.
Who was the one
Griselda's
that...
in the past, so we're in the present, right?
Griselda is the one that even rang true in my memory of something ancient and powerful, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I thought Griselda was like the assistant or a mentor to Lily, and I have it specifically noted. Griselda moved the necklace back in time to keep the ghost of Lily alive.
Mhm.
That might be riff. Okay, so that's correct. Okay, because it
Yes.
sounds like madness that I wrote down. And that she gave me the necklace to keep.
You've just kind of had this conversation back and forth about like kind of exposition of, hey, what was going on with Lily when she died and that sort of stuff. Kind of learned a little bit about, well, maybe that that Tuttle might not be as good of a man as you were led to believe. Tuttle
Oh yeah.
being the head of Tuttle's Transport, your
Tuttle's our
transport
boss.
company.
Tuttle's great.
No, I stopped trusting him with the coins, and this is making me trust him less. I wrote down that Lily was 17 when she died, and definitely red cloak bitches,
Mhm.
as the cause of death.
Mhm.
So
Yes. And
since
then,
we're
uh,
Lily, the ghost is leaving us. Is
yeah,
that what?
so Lily is saying that she is off to speak with this Babs character,
Right.
nickname that she has.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess wearing this necklace, I'm going to.
Farewell, Lily.
Aye, safe travels. And she kind of apparates off into the distance as like a blue wisp weaving through the trees.
Like a sneeze in the wind.
Yes, and you know what's great about sneezes in the wind, Solomon, is that when you say yes to them, and you say, there might be magical treasure or loot within, a certain tower off the trail that has glowing lights, I'm going to slowly point to my necklace. Ah?
What does this have to do with sneezing?
Well, you said that she disappeared like a sneeze in the wind, and I'm pointing back to the start of when we, like, maybe 45 minutes ago, if my lack of a clock is telling me correctly, when I persuaded you to come away from the cart
Hmm.
to go into this tower. I told you there might be loot in here, and you said, "How would you ever know that?"
Now you've got pretty choker
We pronounce it necklace, but yeah.
necklace. So does Griselda have control of the necklace still? The one that you're
I don't
wearing?
think so. I think
Okay.
she kind of gave it to me. Um,
Griselda gave you a necklace. I think Lily gave you a necklace that she didn't originally have in the first place. Griselda was in control of it. I might be worried that item could be far more cursed than blessed.
hmm,
Morgan, go ahead and roll me a d6 and a d4.
D6 and D4. All right. Kit Kat is trying to stand over my dice, but that's okay. It's not really Kit Kat. All right. I got a 2 and a 3.
Okay.
For those who are
You don't.
curious, you need a 4 or higher to succeed.
Mhm. Uh, so you don't really sense anything corrupted about this amulet. Um, the necklace itself does give off a strong magical presence, but not one that you would perceive as like malicious.
I get your apprehension, of course, Solomon. Messing with magic items can make things worse. I get it. I really do get it. But also, Solomon, if push comes to shove and somebody has an answer to get you to where you belong, if I can right the wrong I did, and I can maybe trade this necklace to somebody for that or use it in that means, I think there's got to be a way to use this kind of magical stuff for fixing what I've done, right?
So you're telling me, as a young, impressionable female, you are adorning yourself with jewelry for my own good.
Yes.
I don't believe you, but okay.
This guy just
And with
does
that,
not get magic.
and as you are speaking up at the top of the tower, the moonlight starts to beam down from up above. The clouds begin to break a little bit, and it's a beautiful, bright night that you can see. And you can see at the top of the tower, there's also a little like piece of rope that is coiled up by the side of by the side of the roof.
I will investigate the rope. Is it like really old or?
It's old, but it seems like it could support even a Solomon.
Well, that's some thick rope.
It's like a boat's moors, boat anchor rope.
Yeah, Morgan, that rope thick as fuck.
Maybe we can both. Maybe you can toss it down and then climb down, and I'll just hold on. I'll like sit on your shoulders, so
I
that we
think we're
both
on
can.
we're on the same level. It's above us.
No. It's
On
so
the
you're
same
on
level as
you're
us.
on the same level as you guys. You guys are up at the top of the tower right now.
Yeah.
Oh, rope to get down. I understand.
Yes, because we're high right now, and we want to get down.
I feel like in another life I played someone who was high, and this is not what it felt like. Sorry. I will is the rope tied to something up here? No.
It is not tied to anything currently.
It's just like coiled up.
I will tie the rope around my arm, do it like a Kratos sword blade thing, and hold on to it and brace myself against the wall and allow Morgan to climb down.
Okay.
Good
You're
luck.
a massive golem. I'm not gonna make you roll for it, but Morgan, give me just like a two d6s.
Okay, yeah, no, my athletics is within question. All right, let's hope that maybe I did something better than just be a joke of an apprentice.
Again, please.
Oh, a 6. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 6 on what die?
The first D6.
Oh, on a 6. Okay. If you roll a max die, chat, so like on a D6,
Oh,
if he rolls
sorry.
a 6, it gets to explode, and he gets to keep rolling it.
A 2 on that, so a total of 8, and the second D6 is a 4.
Take the 8.
You nimbly.
I'm a
climb
human
down
joke. I just want to take a marginal. No.
You nimbly make your way down the rope, back down to the bottom of the tower. Solomon, how would you like to get down?
Oh, damn.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d4 and a d6.
Roger that. D4, D6, new dice. Let's see, who was it? It was Sky voted for these dice. Are they good? I got a 2,
Sky?
but I also got a 5. Can I take the 5 on the D6?
All right, you can take the 5.
Right.
All right, you're going to take 5 points of falling. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, can I take the 2? Damn it, Sky!
You make your way down. Sorry, I had to do that.
That was good. Well played.
You make your way down, and you find some things to stop your fall along the way. But you make it down without any major injuries.
I like try and like I'm like hitting tree branches. I'm like trying to grab onto them, but they just like snap, and I'm like, I land.
It's a
I'm
reverse
like,
salmon ladder.
No.
All right, and are you guys making your way back to the caravan?
Absolutely.
right.
I'll top off my I have a water skin of past juice, is what I described it as. That's at the base of the tower, so I'd like to fill my water skin back up just in case.
Okay.
So the juice you can fill, the water he can fill his water skin with at the base of this tree tower. Which do you have an image of that?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yes,
it inspired me for my Evil Bong one shot that was absolutely silly nanners. It inspired me to use the same method of giving a scene while also divorcing yourself from any table.
Since this is Drinks and Discussions, I'm going to bring this up. Pickles, you recently ran a mini-series, we'll call it, because it wasn't a one-shot technically,
It's a 5-hour game, essentially.
Two one shots. It was a 2-shot. You ran a mini series recently, featuring myself, Nacrius Sky, Living Dead Girl, otherwise known as Queen Belikov, and OMG Rookie Y. What I would like to say is there was some success to that because half our chat right now is those players.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, you guys are there? I wore my Evil Bong shirt for you guys too.
I just wanted you to know that they've stuck around because you did such a great job, and they're falling into love with our community. So whatever you did worked. Thank you, Mr. Pickles.
So I have the picture pulled up, but I don't have sharing ability in this room.
The F? Oh, we solved that last time by lounging.
Yep. Okay. Here.
Uh-oh.
Right here. Okay. Does this work?
Yeah. Let's turn on cameras.
I'm back.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Watch stream.
There we go. So this is kind of the...
There you go, chat.
So, there you go. So that's the area that they are currently in the current time frame. Kind of a dilapidated old ruin, climbing up a tree, and the past is this tower that was originally like a watch post along the trail, where like you could stop in for a time of rest, and had sort of an inn sort of feel to it, but also security was provided.
Yeah, so he's got a water skin. Morgan has a water skin, and at the base of this current day old tree ruin, there is a well, and in that well we were able to find a water that could teleport you to that past time, and that's how we discovered all this. So he's refilling his her water skin with some of that water.
Yes.
Otherwise, I will follow Morgan back to the caravan.
Okie doke.
I'll march proudly, like as if we conquered a great dragon. Just yes, we did it.
I lumber along.
Yeah. Okay. And so, are you guys just going to rest for the night with the caravan?
Yeah. Fulfill any additional duties. I think I already did all the cooking and everything, as that's my role. But
I'll bring some logs or trees, whatever I can carry.
Sure. What are you using those trees for? Just
I can bring trees. I bring some trees over to stoke the fire.
Okay. You find a couple. Go ahead and roll me a D4 and a D6.
I would like to attempt to snap them in half so that I don't create a forest fire, but more of just like a larger kind of bonfire area for the camp.
Sure. Do you think that maybe Dan could use some like fresh lumber for anything? I know he's into engineering stuff and he's really smart. If you can break trees.
Chat says, Jesus, how big are you?
Solomon's dope.
So that's the fun thing about this. We're learning about our characters as we play. We don't technically know everything about our characters. We're kind of learning about them as we go. So that's why I said I bring some wood or trees. And he said, yeah, what kind of trees do you bring? And now I've learned that I can carry a tree at least.
Like a young sapling, I'll say. I'll limit it to that. Like 8 feet tall, we'll say. Max.
That's still pretty goddamn heavy.
What's a girth?
Heavy.
What girth are we talking about?
Like a birch tree, like that big.
Wait, how many of those?
How about 2?
2. Okay, I've grabbed 2, 1 in each hand.
Yeah.
I got a 3 on the D4, not great. I got a 4 on the D6. I'll take that.
Okay. So you go and find some trees. They're not quite as tall as you wanted to have for your bonfire, but they'll do the trick. They're about, and you bring them over, and I guess you're making like a little teepee fire sort of thing.
Yeah, that'll work. So I'll go get 2 more, so that way I can have 4. Create this little teepee fire and create a bonfire for our passengers to sit around, maybe have some drinks that Morgan has prepared and food and hang out, chit chat, share
Sure.
stories?
Yeah, so they've all had their dinner by now, and they're just kind of settling into sleep. So as the night goes on, people start to kind of flow into the cabin of the carriage to go to sleep, and you both are you sleeping at the same time? Are you doing some shifts or something like that?
Question:
Mm-hmm.
how much sleep does an undead?
Not much. Maybe 2 hours.
Okay, I will take watch.
So I'm assuming we've adventured enough that I kind of picked up that he does have a like 2 hours that he needs to drift off.
Yeah, I mean, you summoned him, and you've been around working with him for a while. You guys have gone through like your orientation training and stuff like that for a while. So I'll say that you have a understanding of each other's sleep cycles.
More than likely, it
Okay.
started off where I was just like, okay, we're going to sleep. And I like went to go to sleep and realized, wow, I just can't sleep. And so then I was like, well, I'll just stay up all night. And then I noticed I just doze off for like 2 hours every night. And I'm just like, I'm back awake.
Or okay.
So after a while, it's
Yeah.
just kind of become natural that I'm like, oh, okay, I need like a couple hours of sleep and that's it.
So if I need to like wake up early to cover that last 2 hours, or if it's pretty quick, like whenever it is in the night, Morgan would try to adjust for that.
Mhm.
Sounds like my wife is home, so I'm going to go greet her and point you guys down at my rolling scroll that Chison
Nice.
bought for me with a coupon.
Ooh, I like
I'm
that. I can't
also
really
going to take
see
off
it,
the
but
blur.
I think it
Oh
looks
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Mhm. Hey, and of course,
And of course, drinks and discussions. Let's go.
discussions.
While you go greet, do we want a quick word from? We have a whiskey sips today.
We do have a whiskey sips
Okay,
today.
quick word from whiskey sips with the D's.
All right. Welcome to those that are new to the channel. This is Whiskey Sips with a Dece, where I talk about whatever I'm sipping on tonight. So tonight, what I've got is a rye whiskey. One thing that longtime viewers will know is that I'm a huge whiskey fan, a whiskey enjoyer, one might say. Uh, so tonight, what I've got is a Willet Rye. Let's see if that'll focus
Yeah,
in. Yeah.
well, I like that. That's a nice bottle.
Yeah. So this is a small batch family estate Willet that I personally love the Willet Ryes. Willet is really known for their bourbons. It's if you ever find one in a liquor store, you'll know it immediately because it has this like very elegant decanter sort of bottle. Uh, but their Willet Rye is another one of their items that they make, and I just love it. It's got a very like spicy, cinnamony sort of note to it that kind of trails off into a very sharp, like a Granny Smith sort of apple with a lot of tartness to it. And what makes it I mean it's got a nice like dark coloration to it, but also you with the Willet small batch rise, every single bottle has a slightly different alcohol content to it. So I personally usually like to go and try to find the one that has the highest percentage alcohol. Um, because over time I've found that the higher percentage alcohols, what they're doing is it's essentially less water being added to the whiskey after it's been distilled. So it turns out with a higher alcohol content, which can get like an initial burn going when you're first drinking it. But once you make it past that, it has a lot more flavor to it. So if you find a whiskey that you really like, try to find a cask strength or a higher proof version of it is my recommendation to try to get more of that whiskey flavor. And but you're just going to have to you're going to have to kind of fight through the alcohol a little bit to get there. But once you get there, it does have a lot more flavor to it if you enjoy that sort of stuff. So, Wrath, what are you drinking tonight?
We were actually just talking about that in the chat. First off, before we even get into that, I'd like you to know that you have a fan group growing. They've decided that your voice is the most soothing of everyone's. They'll listen to anything you say. They're buying anything you talked about right now because you've sold them. Just so you know. Toughnut says, hey, they have a thing for D's. Gonna have to fly you all out to our area. And I said, no, I'm flying them both to my area.
Adisa does have a nice voice.
He does.
And a dedication to goofy voices when he needs to. That's why I fell in love with him.
Daddy-o.
That freaking Daddy-o. I was like, this is absurd. And then you just stuck to it for the entire evening. I was like,
great.
Okay, you know what? Got me beat.
It was great. If you guys really like Adisa's personas, check out King's Crossing where he plays the character named Adarag Nimblehole. A great little
Is that his last name?
Yeah,
That's my last name.
It was under debate. We were trying to figure out what it was. I went back and rewatched it. It's Adarag Nimblehole. Where he plays a little halfling that piloted once upon a time the Nimble Wench before being Spartan kicked from it into the ocean. And has since had quite the adventure. Currently completely covered from head to toe in mud, gunk, and tree bushes. And just walking around in a ghillie suit. He's become one with the swamp. Good times. Toughness brought up
learn from the bird.
No, go ahead.
Had to learn from the kids how to walk in the swamp.
Yep. Had to learn to walk the swamp walk. Good times. I'm not supposed to tell you that they were all fan fictioning over you in the chat.
Oh.
So pretend I didn't just tell you any of that. Whoops. You know he can watch stream too. He can see all this. We've set up a D's with Mini Dale. You can see his screen's changing. He's pulling up stream. He's like, yo, hang on. Well, that's my cue to leave. No, Sky, you're like our number one chatter. You can't leave. Oh, it's not Sky. Whoops. But they did bring up what I'm drinking. I am drinking the Angel's Envy that was recently gifted to me by Tough Nuts and was recently shown and aired by Adise on Whiskey Sips with Once Upon a Time. So I am sipping that. Fuck, my bad.
Another rye.
Yep. That's why he brought it up. He gifted me a rye that I'm enjoying as well. So, and then Mr. Pickles, what's your drink for the evening? Sexy dice though, nice rolling area. I need a good rolling area. My what do you call it? Dice tray or whatever. Mine is not pretty.
I considered getting one like that, but I thought I took a risk on this, and I love it. It's got areas for your dice in the sides and also miniatures. But yeah, I have my beautiful spiked dice.
So much better. I like yours. That's a great setup. I want something like that. Add it to someone add that to my Amazon wish list.
I'm drinking the one that tells you if it's cold or not, and it's telling me it's not even cold right now. I'm drinking the idiot beer, and it's not even prepped properly for the idiot.
There you go. That's
anyways.
Whiskey Sips with the D's. Back to the dirty journey.
Pay me and I'll advertise for you, Course.
Sponsorship.
They'll do it. Ooh. We need to get whiskey sponsorships.
Yeah, actually, whiskey people sponsor them.
I think
they won't let me do anything on this channel.
Whiskey people would sponsor us if we actually had viewers. Hey, go tell your friends about this podcast.
That show where they shit talk Coors Light.
We should probably actually become like an official podcast and like actually try if we want to get sponsors. But for now, we're playing Dirty Journey, the Savage Pickles campaign.
In the Savage Pickles universe.
It's not even.
All right, so you guys doze off to bed and you start to you go in your shifts. You wake up in the morning refreshed, full of energy. The sun is peeking its way through the clouds a little bit, but there's still a bit of a blue haze around everything. Everything is kind of a little A little dark, but not quite as dark this morning. And as you get loaded up, all the passengers are loading back into the carriage, and you are setting off on the road again. Would you guys like to take some time to discuss any of the information you guys have so far, or any strategies for upcoming things?
I do think that we need to talk at some point, probably once we're actively on our journey. I'd like slide up into the pilot area. I have my ladder, but I also have my. No, I'm not using that one. I'm using the ladder, not my
okay.
special hold to talk to you.
I don't know. For anyone who's curious, at some point in time, there's an engineer on board called Dan.
Dan.
And he had Dan come install a hole in. So basically, I drive. We're on a carriage. Let me just preface this. We're on like a carriage, a giant carriage, a very large carriage.
Dope-ass carriage.
Yeah, it has a ballista mounted on top. That we have, I think, 2 very large horses pulling.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm the coach driver. So I'm at the front of the coach, sitting up on the little driver's bench area, right? And where I'm sitting, Morgan has decided to install a hatch to climb up a ladder up into the driver's coach area. The hatch being right under my butt. So whenever she decides
there's a hatch, but there's also like a thing I can slide where I can talk to you. The sliding thing is what I installed, right?
Yeah, you installed the sliding thing.
Yeah, you slide it, and you're looking at my butt. My 2 cheeks sitting on the seat.
And I use the vibrations to help send the message when I press my face.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Okay, well, I talk normally then.
I
but
feel,
there's also
I feel
a ladder,
the wood slide across, and I go...
I'm pretty sure there's a ladder where I was able to pull up something and join in a normal way rather than this is an improvised engineer request.
Yeah, let's do this. I nail that thing shut, and they design a new thing to move normally.
Yeah. Okay, we'll say that.
All right. Good deal. You slide open the little thing next to me and go... Oh!
Hey, so as we're traveling here, I think it's worth noting the situation with our employer.
What situation with our employer?
Well, I mean, we found that the Red Cloaks are kind of involved with our employer. He's paying them mostly to cause problems. We need to be on the same page when we talk to Tuttle. If it ever comes up and we have to talk to Tuttle, we should be on the same page of we need to be polite, not share many details. Right?
Seems like you have one side of the story and assume yourself correct.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that could be. But...
So you plan to accuse man paying us of this. Go to him, hide things from him, and you think that is fair to him.
But
he hasn't even had
people.
a chance to tell his side of the story.
True. That is true. I still don't feel that we should show all of our cards when we talk to somebody. In the sense that if we know that he's spied on people, we should hold that until it's relevant. We shouldn't inform him. I know you kind of have an honor code of sorts, Solomon, and I don't want you to break that code. I just feel like...
From what I understand, these Red Cloaks have become a nuisance to the world. Enemy, so to speak.
Yeah.
So far, we know that he is spying on them. Is that really such a concern?
That's a good point, Solomon.
Would it not be better for a man in this line of work who has to move cargo, passengers, employees, and the sort, through this dangerous land filled with these brigands? Does it not make sense to have eyes and ears on them?
No, you are not wrong. That is exactly the right move. I guess I just gotta bit scared, and confused by the different things that could happen. I don't know. I sometimes let my mind just spin out of control with what could be. But you're right. He was spying on a red cloak, and I jumped to some conclusions. You know what? This is why I appreciate having you around here. Being able to talk to you, Solomon. You impart a lot of wisdom of the things that I haven't seen in this world. I could write a scroll of the things I haven't seen.
And with this touching moment, we see that as you round a bend in the road, you begin to see that the canopy grows a little darker as the tree limbs stretch out and start to cover up some of that sun, that early morning sun that was initially coming down on you. As you're going along here, you start to feel as though you're being watched.
I shut the little slide between Morgan and I.
It's already nailed shut. It's just like it's a nervous thing now for you.
So, Morgan, are you inside the carriage right now?
Yeah, probably after the talk, I would go into the carriage and either just chill out or prepare things for the lunch rush. Depending on what time of day is it? I think I missed that part.
So it's still early morning. So you guys
early
set out just before dawn, and you guys. So right now it's about maybe 8 or 9 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the carriage for sure. At that point. Yeah.
Ma'am, may I have some peanuts? A little boy with blonde hair walks up and is peering big-eyed at you.
I want to consider our peanut supply. Is our peanut supply high?
Oh, it's full. Nobody asked for peanuts.
Yeah, I suppose you can have some peanuts. I'll use the cup I used for a cup of present juice. It's like been cleaned out and dumped since then, I'm assuming, or at least just dumped out. And I'll scoop him up some peanuts and pour it into his hands because I don't like touching their peanuts.
Sorry.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am. And he walks back to his seat.
I'm going to look at him with a little bit of paranoia because the storyteller of this setting makes me feel like something bad is around every corner and things are concerning. And it's not because of the herbs that I have in close proximity. I'm going to go approach the child with a skeptical eye.
He just
and
looks
say,
up at you, shelling peanuts and popping them in his mouth.
"You're hungry after breakfast?" I ask him, like as a question.
Mum says I'm a growing lad.
Huh. Yeah. That would be what a child would do.
Aye?
Where's your mom?
She's over there. And you see a woman, also with blonde hair, just kind of like sitting there, like looking at you inquisitively.
Okay. Checks out. Sorry, with Tuttle's Transport, we try to be thorough, making sure we don't get any, I don't know, mimics?
Children? Oh.
Or people who jump onto our transport and aren't welcome. I would, myself and Solomon, we've dealt with a lot of different weird things before. Let me know if I need to roll a deceit roll here. And I
Go ahead and roll me a D6 and 2 D6s and a D4.
All right. I'll start with a D64. One and two.
Wow.
the second
Wow.
D6.
You're so paranoid.
A 5. A 5 on the second D6.
All right. So chat, just to let you know how I like to run the both of them have a thing that is like their fault. So Morgan has the fault of curious to her death sort of thing, like curiosity killed the cat
exactly.
sort of deal.
Yep.
And meanwhile Solomon has a insatiable hunger to him.
Uh-oh.
I'm undead.
Or a glutton.
I'm just fat.
Or he has tapeworms.
I'm just fat.
I have diabetes. Don't make fun of me. I need my sugar, man.
So the way that I would typically do some of these like skill check rolls is I will have them roll a d4 for their fault, and I'll subtract that from their dice roll that they get on whatever other dice that they're using. So that puts you at a 3 at your highest.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't sense anything wrong with this child. You think he's just
That's more concerning.
Just a stand-up lad.
Well, as much as I feel
grab
like
my
there is something
spear
wrong as a player, as a character, Morgan would probably give him the eye and then be like, "Okay, I don't have any evidence against you." All right, and then turn back to whatever she's doing, checking the peanut supply, making sure nobody's been nabbing stray peanuts.
All right, and so that means Solomon, you are the only one outside right now. Actually, let me roll something real quick to see if Dan the mechanic is up on the ballista.
Yeah. Dan and I never got to become friends. Well, I don't really care about anyone except Morgan.
Dan is not up on the ballista.
Yeah, Dan
is
doesn't
dope
care
as
about
fuck,
me.
though.
That
You
girl
should
dope
become
as-
friends with him like this is Stardew Valley.
That guy fucks. That guy dope as fuck.
All right, so Wrath, what I'm going to have you do here is I'm going to have you roll a D8 and a D6.
Dan fucked off. You're right, chat. D8, D6. Got it. D8, D6. Green dice. Courtesy of chat. What do we get? I got an 8 on the D8. A 2 on the D6.
Yeah.
I will re-roll my
roll.
D8. I got an 8 plus 7. 15.
Holy crap.
Damn, chat. You guys coming in good with this dice.
There you go. All right, so Solomon, you look around and the first thing is that you hear the sound of pattering feet all around you from the tree line. And you hear a din of panting going on around you. And with that, you look around and you start to see pairs of green eyes darting back and forth in the tree line. You see 8 pairs of eyes with one. You see 9 pairs of eyes with one pair towering over all the other 8. And what would you like to do?
And we're moving, right?
You guys are moving.
And they're moving in the tree
currently,
line?
They're like darting back and forth. Like they can run up ahead of you and then kind of like wait and watch you as you go past. And then they run up and kind of keep running up beside you.
And we know the horses know the path. So I'm going to keep the horses on the path, probably tuck the reins, kind of make sure they're secured. I'll grab my spear where it's been stuck into the side. I carry a giant spear. And I will position myself up on the front. Probably actually what I'll do is I'll climb up on the top. And they can probably... I'd like to do it... I'm not hiding it. So I'm sure Morgan could probably hear... as I climb up onto the roof. And I'll move up onto the top. Kind of twirl the spear around. Just stand there. Like, probably like a statue, stand there and just watch. Like, if anyone gets close, like, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Guardian. I'm going full Guardian mode.
Going full Guardian mode. Awesome. So are you doing anything to let Morgan know about the situation other than the fact that you're climbing up on the roof?
Fair point. Chess says they're agile as fuck. They're gonna dodge your spear. That's facts. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Do I do anything to let Morgan?
You are thudding on the roof.
I'm not hiding it, so I
panic,
climb
right?
up, but more than likely I just get up there, put the spear. I'll probably stab it into the roof just so that I planted it, and then I can be ready. And then I'll just be like, Morgan! That's it. Morgan!
Morgan?
Oh, okay. I was just waiting for confirmation that I was able
How
to
would you
hear.
respond?
I get louder. Morgan!
Morgan!
I imagine that I glance at the various travelers that are looking at me with concern here, knowing that our driver just went on the roof.
Just left.
And I'll like go, it'll be okay, guys. Solomon probably just saw something that, like, yeah. I'm just climb up the ladder. I don't give them an explanation. I just kind of ramble off and stutter a bit, and then I'm gonna climb out and try to take like a glimpse of things before I go on the roof. I want to make sure that he tied the ropes to the reins. Or that little T-shaped thing that they often have. I want to make sure that that is secure and steady before I move further. Tell me at any point if I get stopped there. But otherwise, my goal is to get on the roof.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d6 and a d4 as well.
Right.
Or actually, sorry, 2 d6s. Yeah.
All right. That's a fucking one.
Nice.
All right. Don't be a one. Don't be a one. Don't be a one. It's a one.
No shit! That's a crit fail. Fuck.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fireball the carriage!
You think everything is perfectly normal. You don't see anything wrong. You actually are kind of concerned and a little bit frustrated with your driver for going up on top of the roof.
Damn it.
Okay. I swear to Lord, if hey Mulber, I swear, if he's doing drugs after the many times I told him drugs are for losers, I'm gonna be pissed.
That product placement.
Yeah, so I'll probably sit there for a while. Like waiting for him to come down from his marijuana break up there or whatever he's doing. Or if he's smoking a cigar, I'm not gonna interrupt him. I'm just gonna wait at his station for a little bit with that crit fail.
All right.
This whole time, I think Morgan's just positioning herself and is also in Guardian mode.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, she gets
you
it.
Totally think you totally think that your message was loud and clear.
It's
Yeah,
like,
she gets it.
I sure wish you'd come back to your station soon.
I'm like, okay, Morgan's watching that way, so I'll watch this way.
So Solomon, you see the eyes darting back and forth, and you start to hear yips back and forth of one side to the other, and they begin to, they all begin to like slowly pace alongside your carriage.
I think that's what I thought it was. Chat was thinking it was Monkey Boys. I think it's Wolf Boys. What are you giggling about?
I like that no matter what, it's boys. Is it them wolf boys or them monkey boys or them ox boys?
Yeah. And as you start to hear these yips going on, you start to see that the horses themselves are also starting to get a little on edge, frantic.
Shit.
Morgan, you still think that he's taking a smoke break?
Yeah, I don't have dark vision, so I can't see the weird eyes he sees. I don't know if he has dark vision.
I was like, do I have dark vision?
I don't know, but his eyes are older than mine, so he has cataracts that see funny things.
I'm just blind.
Solomon, these are
so many moving things.
My bifocals. I
These
can't
are
see
bright
without my
green eyes.
glasses.
These are bright green eyes. You don't know how Morgan hasn't picked up on these yet.
I thought Morgan had picked up on these.
Morgan has not picked up on anything of what's going on around the car.
I thought Morgan had picked up on these.
Oh, you thought?
Well, is
okay.
it apparent though
Yeah,
from your
true.
stance? Is he able to roll like a perception maybe to like pick up that Morgan is sitting in his spot? She's like propped up with her feet and everything.
Yeah, do I need to roll something to realize that Morgan's
I
not
realize Morgan not
helping?
getting the picture. Go ahead and roll me 2d4, 2d6s.
2d6s.
Oh, I was about to like be like, it's gonna be 2d4.
I've got one green one, chat. I need to know blue or red. Blue or red, chat. I'll find them.
Can I put my vote in for red? I like to think that Solomon, underneath his calm like attitude, there's a little bit of rage in him from his warrior days.
Chat also voted red, so we're going
Okay,
green
yeah.
and red. Memory of Christmas 2023, which I actually got to spend with someone for the first time in like 5 years, so that was neat.
Oh hell yeah! This can't be a critical fail.
Yeah, watch it beat. Well, I got a 5 and a 5.
Oh Jesus!
I'll take the 5.
Well, there you go. All right. Yeah. So you notice that Morgan seems totally out of it. She did not pick up on any of the clues. She is. She looks a little like what are you doing, sort of.
I know this is the same stance we took last fight, but I think we need to do it again, unfortunately. So I'm gonna grab my spear, jump back down into the driver's seat, and grab the reins and try and control the horses, and I'll be talking to them, You're alright, girl. A shout out to Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyways, and then I'll look to Morgan, and I'll be like, they're still in the trees, right? I don't say that to
Morgan.
Morgan.
In the tree line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, creatures follow us in the tree line. Green eyes, 10 sets. 1 larger than the rest. See if you can get eyes on.
I like to imagine that that's after you slam down and Morgan just screams out in like panic and then like grabs your chest and grabs the seat and is like screaming for a solid like 3 seconds, and then you say that and she's like, huh, okay. yeah. I'm gonna try and look with his guidance to see if there's anything. I'm gonna preemptively like summon in any fire I can to try and have something at hand if I see a threat. This is impulsive casting rather than like well thought out casting.
Let's go 2d6 again.
I need to get another d6. Oh, I do have a d6 over here.
Can I roll to grab her
spare
head?
D.
And like point her in the direction.
There.
I'm giving some guidance.
Okay. Yeah, guidance. That's what it is. Hashtag D&D. Let's go.
A 4 on the glow in the dark die, a 2 on my punishment die.
Okay. Morgan, you see these eyes darting back and forth in the tree line.
Is there anything that I would think as a sort of nature-based fire witch, like my herbalism or my fire magic, that I might be able to be like, oh, these are coyotes, but why are they in the tree?
So you would go ahead. Yeah, actually, go ahead and roll me a d8 and a d6.
I think this is D8, and I'm gonna trust this little glow in the dark boy. Glow in the dark boy is a 6, and punishment is a 2. A 3 makes a 9. I'm gonna take the 9 over the punishment too.
Okay. Yeah. So you know that these eyes they don't look of this natural world. They appear to be like fell eyes with they're green. They're a glowing green. There's no pupils in them. And as you see them darting around, you start to make out the shadowy figures of what you know to be as hellhounds.
is there anything I know about hellhounds, um, in the sense of would I know that they're associated with wizards as familiars, or would I know that they're associated with a Call of Cthulhu thing, they hunt time travelers?
Mhm. So they're more associated with with warlocks, those that deal in dark ritual pacts with demons.
Uh, Is um, d- do I do anything? Have I done anything with dark pacts?
You have not. Uh,
Oh, thank God.
your the ancient magic that you called upon to summon Solomon is not of a demonic pact variety. It's just an old like lost magic sort of variety. Um,
Okay. Um,
and
Go for it.
and you also know that these hellhounds are resistant to fire.
Fuck. Well, yeah, that's the assumption, but fuck. Um, I want to relay this as quick as I can. It would probably come out as something because she's probably processing it a bit, so she'd be like, dog, hell, hounds, fire resistant. This isn't gonna be good. I can't hurt them as much as you can. You gotta kill the dogs.
Devil dogs. um, okay. You relay that message down, and almost as if percepting what you're saying, the horses begin to take off. They start into a full clip down the road, sensing the danger around them.
I'd like to continue to try and husbandry them. That's not the one.
Oh, I thought you were pulling
Drivers
the brakes
skills.
on it. You're accelerating.
I think they're accelerating.
They're accelerating.
Okay, but you were trying to pull the brakes, and they're saying no e-brake.
I don't think I was trying to pull the brakes. We've got a bunch of wolves around us. I think I'd rather keep them going. I was trying to keep them calm and in control.
Oh, okay. I misinterpreted that. My bad. My bad.
The word for this. I'd like to. God, I can't remember what the skill is called. Where you
Animal
handle
handling?
animals. I was like, where you handle animals. It's called handle animals. Animal handling is thank you. The skill where you handle animals. What's that called?
God, what could you call it? What could it be?
Animal handling.
No, I feel you.
I would like
feel you.
to
That's happened to me.
roll to take care of my
Sure.
animals, seeing as how this is my job.
All right. So seeing as the horses have bolted, taken off, and you see that there is a sharp bend in the road coming up, and you know that in order to keep the carriage intact, you need to kind of slow them and control them as you go around this turn. So go ahead and roll me a D. Let's see. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me a D8 and a D6.
Oh, Grandma's gonna get thrown out the window.
Fucking
She'll be like, "Would you like a butterscotch?"
finally.
Ah!
All right, D8,
You have any
D6.
peanuts?
Okay, my D6 was cockeyed. Okay. Oh, okay. I got a 2 on the D8. I got a 6 on the D6. So I'll re-roll that. A 3, so 9 total.
All right. So you grab those reins in hand. At first, you're a little shaky on them. The horses, they are in fear, but you're able to rein them back in, and you're able to get them to slow down just enough to make it around the corner. By now, the hellhounds have they're done with the trying to hide in the trees. They understand that the horses have now caught on to them, so they're making their way and flooding into the trail behind you. There, you can see that there's 8 of them, all chasing after you with one much larger pack leader, so to speak, that is kind of following from behind. He seems to be much larger in stature than all the rest of them. And so they're in pursuit of you. As you're making your way down the roadway, you start to go into a downwards gradient, and the walls of a canyon start to rise up to the sides of you. As this happens, the dogs begin to try to run up the sides, and try to catch up on the on the high ground of the carriage. What would you guys like to do?
Pricks. Those fucking pricks. I knew it. Okay. The reins are still tied, correct?
Yeah, so Solomon has him fully in control. He's able to calm down the horses and get them to follow the road, and it looks straight ahead, so you don't have any turns to worry about. But you do have these dogs approaching on the high ground of both sides.
Solomon and I both clearly see this.
Yes.
Okay. So knowing this, and I've already said I can't use my fire magic on them as effectively. So I'm gonna look at Solomon and say, "Get on the roof. I'll get Dan and a knife." And then I'm going to crawl down into my kitchen area, and it's not ideal, but I'll grab the sharpest knife or the stabbiest knife. I guess if I don't have any ones that are sharp, I'll grab the one that's longest, so I can stab in like that and try. And then I'll shout for Dan. I'll be like, once it gets there, I'll be like, "I need you to help us out. We've got things coming on the roof. The dogs." And then I'll climb out.
Okay. Dan's gonna, "I ma'am," and he climbs up the ladder with you, gets up to the ballista.
Oh shit! You were right there in the kitchen. I'm not gonna. He wasn't stealing peanuts. I can't. I don't have time to look for that.
He was actually fixing your stove setup. He was doing some gas work on some of the lines.
Oh shit! Well, I love Dan.
But yeah, so he goes up, follows you up to the ballista. He starts to load around into the ballista. And you grab a longer sort of carving knife from your rack.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But that would probably take a bit of time. So sorry, Solomon.
Yes. Yeah. So so I'm going to say that you're still down there, like getting your thing, and I'm going to say that Dan is making his way up. He's started to load the ballista, but he's not ready to fire yet. So, Solomon, what would you like to do?
So let me get this straight. We're basically going through an ambush point at this like canyon area. They've got the high ground going up on either side. Morgan's telling me to get on the roof. Are the horses just good? They're just running?
Yes. So long as there's not any tight turns or anything, you feel like you should be okay to leave them and let them do their thing.
My only concern is my ranged weapon is throwing my spear, but then I don't have a spear. So,
but if they jump up onto our thing, then you can fight them off me. I'm ranged. You can keep me safe.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet. So, yeah, I'll probably once again tighten the reins around the hitch, I think is what it's called. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds right.
The horse thing. And I will pull myself up onto the roof again, using my spear, drive it in. There's going to be a lot of holes in our carriage. Pull myself up onto the roof, and I'll probably turn around, spin the spear, grab it, and just be ready to impale anything that jumps on board or tries to attack.
All right, so you're ready to stab a spear into whatever comes.
Yeah, I'd like to keep an eye on the horses, because I feel like the wolves would go after the horses first. Mm-hmm. But my duty is to Morgan. So if it comes down to horses or Morgan, I'm going to end up protecting Morgan. Mm-hmm. So that's where my focus is. Horses, then Morgan, then carriage, passengers, and all that.
All right. And with that, one of the dogs is going to leap down, going straight for Dan, actually, up on the ballista.
Son of a bitch.
I have a ready to action.
But yeah, I'll say that you're close enough to be able to strike out if you need to. Would you like to use that to strike out at the hellhound that's leaping down at you?
Would I like to use my action to protect Dan? No.
Yes. Morgan loves Dan.
I know, but I don't know Dan. I'm gonna save it to protect the horses or Morgan.
Okay. The dog leaps down and is now on the carriage roof and has pinned Dan down to the roof and is beginning to like snap at his neck. Dan was able to get like one of the bolts that he was trying to load into the ballista into its mouth, so he's like struggling on the ground with it. Morgan, what would you like to do?
I would like to lunge with my carving knife to fuck up that dog who is attacking one of my comrades.
Okay.
I want to go for the throat if I can.
Going for the throw. Okay. So I'm going to have you roll a D4 and a D6. And I'll let you know now, you're not proficient with melee weapons.
No, I'm not good at this. This is mostly hatred and anger that's fueling me.
Sure.
Okay, well, let me use my punishment dice. Inferior dice. Do that, but glow in the dark, go there. 4 on the D6. And a 4 on the 4.
Okay.
And another 4 on the 4.
Keep going.
It's on the floor, that 4. Oh, there it is.
Really good fucking rules. Well done.
3. 4, 4, 3 is 11.
11. Awesome. Yeah, you cleave this thing's head off. With
My
the
God.
carving.
Can it be? It needs to be unhinged though, because I think that D4 is sort of my luck die there.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe it's my skill die, but that's like an unhinged. I'm furious, and I let out like a shrieking roar, the kind you'd expect for a hag witch to do.
I would say that you came up out of the compartment up to the roof. You see the dog on top of Dan the mechanic, and out of just like sheer like terror, you just are screaming and hacking at this thing, and you just happen to slice its head off.
I managed to nick an artery.
Yeah, I think you have to hit it a couple of times to get through the head, but
no.
Even when it's dead, you're still like whacking it. You're like, ah.
I probably have blood dripping from my face. Why am I so close when I'm hacking?
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, but one dog down. And with that, the second hound leaps down towards Morgan. Dan is still on the ground. He's still recovering. Solomon, what would you like to do?
I will attack immediately.
All right. So go ahead and give me a D8 and a D6.
All right, D8, D6. On the right one. Yep. D8, D6. I would like to use my spear to protect Morgan at all costs. Wow. Well, I got a 3 on the D6, but I did get a 4 on the D8.
Okay. 4 is enough to knock the dog, and the dog whimpers a little as it falls off behind the carriage, but soon gets back up and joins the rest of the pack in the pursuit. At this point, you guys are ascending back out of the canyon. But ahead, you guys see that there is a downed tree ahead of you. I'm going to say you guys have I'm going to say you guys have 3 skill chances to try to solve this obstacle.
I don't think I'm going to crit success again and have us ramp off my spear.
Wait. No. Hold up. Can we freeze frame right here? Storyteller.
Okay, freeze frame. What's going on?
Okay, so Wrath. You and I'm not saying we're dumb, but puzzle solving is sort of the vibe we've gotten from our storyteller with the past and present. There's something he wants us to know. It's just like will you just take the present juice? And we're missing that right now. I feel like you've paused over there, and so I'm very concerned that my internet's having a problem. But I can see that the
Totally
Dees is
freeze
moving
frame.
too. Yeah,
was
okay.
freeze
Well,
frame.
yeah, but I'm gonna move my hands because you guys can't see me. And okay, so you and I are. Dees
But
can't
if
hear us
you're
right now. We're
wearing
missing
if
something.
you're wearing the necklace and you go into the past, how does that help any of us?
Oh, 15 seconds in the past.
Okay, bye. And now I have to figure out how to get over this log by myself. And then we keep going, and Pickles falls to the ground in that spot, and then he comes back to the present, and we're gone, and he's sitting on the ground.
No, but that 15 seconds would have been great for me to go back and be like, acting sooner. Fuck, God, I'm the worst at things. I always start talking, and then yeah, go for it.
Freeze. Let me clarify something.
Yeah, freeze the freeze frame. Second
freeze
freeze.
the freeze frame. So yeah, Eternum's Gate, the necklace that you have, is 15 seconds in the long past, not 15 seconds prior to the current actions. So it's 15 seconds in the long past.
Okay.
And I will add the stipulation, like if you choose to, you can have it affect whatever you're touching as well. So unfreeze frame, freeze frame, back to just the freeze frame.
Okay, first degree of a freeze frame. Okay, so
so you could take the entire carriage back to the ancient past for 15 seconds and then come back. Might actually not be a bad idea.
This is some King's Quest bullshit right here. God, this is so... I say bullshit, but I mean convoluted, beautiful puzzle that is so beyond my intelligence level. If that's the...
Just use the fucking necklace!
Morgan sits here lamenting about King's... what is it? Never mind. Different
King's Crossing? God, what are you talking
about? It's LucasArts games. King's Quest, Space Quest, being like, oh,
LucasArts.
God,
they also did the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
They transitioned out of point and click adventure games, but I was thinking of King's Quest, which is a classic point and click. Anyways, Morgan, instead of having a weird 90s, early 2000s experience of video games, will just use this to try and send the cart back in the past. She will put her palm on the caravan, and she'll try and see if that 15 seconds does anything that can be our advantage. Ideally though, like right before we're about to hit that down tree.
Before you hit the down tree, sure. Okay. So you instinctively like, all right, I'm a magic person.
Right.
Same.
We're magical.
I should have that mentality. Yes, correct.
You kind of touch your hand to the necklace, and go ahead and roll me a D. Yeah.
Wrong jewelry. Sorry.
Wrong jewelry. Go ahead and roll me a D8 and a D6.
Use the glow in the dark D8 with the punishment D6.
Okay.
A 5 and a 4.
Okay. So you touch your hand to this necklace. You can't quite tell exactly what sort of magic it is using. You know it's temporal in nature, but you're wondering, like, is it a god's? Is it a demon's? You're not quite sure. But at the moment of you touching your locket and channeling some of your magical energy into it, everything, so you yourself are the first thing to be enveloped in this purple haze mist that smells of lavender. and then this this lavender smoke begins to envelop yourself, the carriage, as well as the horses. That is all making contact with this, and you, in a flash, end up transported to this wide open field with a very straight and narrow, with little saplings planted along the sides of the trail, and you make your way straight for about 15 seconds, and then warp, and then the purple smoke begins from the horse's tip, the tip of the horse's nose, back through the carriage, and you are back in the present time with the log behind you. And you can see the dogs are still in hot pursuit. They have leaped. They're a little bit further back. They seem to have been confused for a second, but then they, as they see the purple smoke again, they begin leaping over that down tree and following in hot pursuit of you. All right.
Damn.
Solomon, would you like to make any comments at this time?
Damn.
Can I do I have a reaction after I come back, or am I
Yes.
just in awe?
I'll say that you do.
Okay, so I'm grabbing my 2d4 here for this roll, is what I'm assuming. But I'm after that happens, I would just go out like towards the back of the caravan and just pump out my fists, like pump, pow, pow, trying to shoot fire bursts at them. Like, fuck you, I beat you, bitch, you're a hellhound. I know it won't hurt them, and that's why I was assuming 2d4. But yeah, I just want to send fire out the back as we're going past that.
All right, so go ahead and give me actually a D8 and a D6.
Oh, that's the punishment D8 and we'll go cute D6. Cute D6 got a 6 and D8 got a 6. A 1. So a 6 and a 7. I'll go with the 7.
All right. So you get so you're like throwing these punches out like screw you guy, and like
yeah,
sparks are flying out at each one, and then on the last one you throw out a huge fireball erupts out of it and like lands itself in the just in front of the dogs, and they burst through it. Some of them like trip over themselves, but they keep on following. So you've now separated yourselves quite a bit from it.
Solomon's over here dry heaving after going through this magical warp.
Temporal rift.
Yeah, I thought you were being a cat for a moment, like just randomly vomiting about things.
Ugh.
All right. Solomon has time sickness.
Magic sickness.
No, that's fair. He should, assuming he's from a different time.
No, I don't have a hairball. No,
the like, time sickness, not the hairball.
Chet's like, yeah, he's got
the hairball.
I don't have a hairball.
I'm too used to kitty cats being like, uh-oh.
I'm a really cool character.
All right.
My guy's not good with magic.
And with that, your carriage continues on the road. The hellhounds are hot in pursuit, but you've gained some distance between them. And at this, you start to see there's an easy turn around a bend. The horses follow just fine, but around the bend, you see that there is a bridge that is out up ahead of you. How would you like to approach this?
How many times can you use the necklace in a day?
3 times.
Morgan.
We're gonna
spend this time.
We're gonna get to the bridge, use the necklace, and then it's gonna go so far back in the past that there was just never a bridge, and we just fall.
Well, I mean, at this point, Morgan might be a little bit preemptive here, and she would probably do it. We have 15 seconds that I know of, So I would probably like do it a little bit before, so that we can get a glimpse of what we're going into. Given that it's over a river or over a cliff over a river.
Yeah, so this is over a ravine, a pretty deep ravine.
Yeah, you said ravine. Yeah, so then
Yep.
enough time that hopefully I can scream out to call the brakes, and Solomon can do brakes.
All right.
Oh god,
Okay.
I'm gonna position myself at the helm, the driver's coach.
I'll skew towards being early rather than late.
But then you risk we come back and we're not all the way across the bridge and we fall.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, I know that. I know, but that's where I want to skew is early rather than late.
Okay.
Unless Solomon, would we have had a conversation at a campfire about?
We have not had a conversation about what would we do if we were about to go over a bridge.
I'm gonna have to put a hard no on that one.
Yeah, no, that obviously we wouldn't have.
Morgan would come out, she was like, hey, we should discuss what we would do if we were about to go over a bridge, but the bridge was like out, and Solomon's like, no.
So hypothetical situation.
So hypothetically,
if you were
in a time rift.
Gross, ew. Solomon would never be in a time rift, and apparently he talks to himself in the third person now, too.
I'd be like, yeah, but I appreciate you verbalizing your experiences out loud for me as a wizard witch.
I'm not a wizard witch.
I'm a wizard witch,
so you're going to favor towards the earlier side. I'm a lizard.
Yeah, I'm gonna favor earlier because I'm concerned that there may not have ever been a bridge there, and that we should turn early.
Okay.
Chat wants to know what the fuck is a wizard witch.
It's me as a man playing a female character who casts spells.
There you go. Now you know. Put that in Urban Dictionary.
Oh, yeah, I am technically a man.
You can tell by the plaid pajama pant bottom. Actually, no. I know some really hot. Never mind.
Don't finish that thought.
Sorry. Moving on.
All right. Go ahead and Morgan, you'll give me a 2d6, and Solomon, I want you to give me a d8 and a d6.
Oh god. All right. Chat, these dice, man, they've been doing well so far. Give me something good.
I got a 4 and a 6. I'm gonna reroll the punishment 6. A 7 and a 4.
Okay. And Wrath, what did Solomon? What did you get?
Chat says FD8 question mark. I don't know what that means. I got a 5 and a 5.
Okay. All right. So, Morgan, you touch the necklace, and you are wanting to go a little bit early on this. So you decide to go ahead and do it just before the front horse, like about a carriage length from the front of the horses to the ravine. And as you do so, the smoke transports you into the past, where you see there is in fact a bridge set out ahead of you.
Oh fuck yeah.
So Solomon, you warp into this timeline. You're like, oh, thank God.
Can I scream, go faster, go faster?
And at the 15-second, you transport back into the past, and Solomon, the back wheels of the carriage clip on the back of the on the broken bridge on the other side. You're able to keep the horses in check to get yourself over to the other side of the ravine, but your back wheels are totally shot.
Fuck! Goddamn back wheels!
Good
You've broken
time,
the-
Morgan.
You've
Just kidding,
broken
you
the
did
back
great.
axle of your carriage.
Fuck!
As you look back, you see that the pack of hellhounds has stopped at the other side of the ravine and are howling at you with great anger. And you see the pack leader kind of come to a stop, back up, and begins to run towards the bridge. Would you like? Would you like to take any?
God damn it!
Would you
They're
like
charging to
take any
jump over
action?
the bridge.
I'm dry heaving.
The pack leader is.
Is it the length that they could probably maybe make?
You think that the pack leader definitely
He's a
will
giant
be-
wolf.
If the pack leader definitely will make it in one stride, the other ones will have to go down and up the ravine.
Down and up the ravine. Would you say that's a short thing, or like a 2-hour thing, or an 8-hour thing?
Seeing how agile these hellhounds are, it might only take them maybe a minute or 2 minutes at most.
Okay,
We're
okay,
broken. Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
Okay, in that case, since we can't make progress, and because I am covered in wolf blood on my face from the sharpening, sorry, hellhound blood from the sharpening, I'm going to call out to my partner, my comrade Solomon, be like, Solomon, they're coming for us. It's time to make them bleed.
Like you started crying. You're like, Solomon, help!
Yeah, it started that way. Actually, no, you picked up on that. That's perfect. Because
Chad got
you
it
pick
too.
up-
Chad's like he started crying.
You picked up that she's crying, but she's also unhinged at this point. Like, we gotta kill them. It's only the two of us. Let's fuck them up.
All right. What actions would you guys like to take?
How long do you think we have?
Oh, the pack leader is charging at the bridge, ready to, like, you have like one action before he starts to leap across.
I'm gonna try and do a hellfire shotgun burst. In the sense of, I know it won't hurt them, but I want to maybe like I want to boop his snoot and make him go down and have to climb up with the rest of them. So I guess I'm going for a stun with my hellfire blast, but yeah, that's my goal.
And okay. And Solomon, what would you like to do?
I'd like to release the horses.
Okay.
Put them free.
What
Got
the
horses
fuck?
free. Okay.
Our horses?
Yeah.
From
He's
our
protective of
carriage?
horses.
Yeah.
He's protective of the horses. He likes the horses.
But no, well, hold up. But if you cut off the horses, then
What are they gonna
They'll
pull
run
our
away.
carriage that can't move? If they're tied to the carriage, they'll just get eaten by wolves.
I'm not going to argue with your logic because I get where you're coming from. So yeah,
Thanks.
I would like for us to have horses when we kill these wolfies.
Oh,
But I get it. I
can't-
get it.
We
That's
can't
what I mean.
transfer all the passengers on 2 horses.
All right.
Good
So here's
point.
what we're gonna do.
You paid.
Morgan, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
you roll me a D8 and a D6, and Solomon, I'm gonna have you roll me a D8 and a D6.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you,
D6.
this is a high DC, high challenge rating.
To free the horses?
Well, to prepare yourselves for whatever comes next.
Oh my.
For me to not suck a dick is basically the role. It's like, oh yeah, we
Jeez.
got to get a 12 for Mr.
Whoa.
Pickles, not
I mean-
the penis in his mouth.
That's fine. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's
Yeah,
I'm willing
well,
to
it's
prepare for
fine if
battle.
it's what I want to do. But in this situation,
some
the
people
penis
prefer
of
to
a wolf
prepare
is
for
not what I
battle.
want.
If I was going into battle, I wouldn't mind getting some beforehand. Like, I understand, man.
God damn it! I got
shit.
double 4s
I got 3
at
on
the top
D8.
of the hour. I got
3 on the
What'd you
D8, but a 6 on the D6. I'm gonna reroll that.
Yep.
And a 2, so an 8.
Okay. All right. Solomon, you with one sweep of your spear are able to cut the horses free. They immediately, sensing the danger, take off, but not down the road. They end up taking off over to the side of the road.
They run into the ravine. Fuck!
They seem to be vectoring away from something else down the path. Morgan, you throw this. Describe to me how a stunning blast would look to this to the outside observer.
It would look like a lot of fiery bursts coming out. Something that's more dazzling rather than it like inflicting pain. Though if you were immune to fire, of course, that would be a different story. But it's like glass shards of fire, like spraying out in a shotgun burst.
So I'm thinking like maybe like a crackler firework where like lots of little
Yeah.
pops and lights. Okay.
Yeah.
So you throw out this the spell to try and essentially flashbang the Hellhound pack leader. It does not have any effect. He charges at full speed and takes a leap into the air. As Solomon, you see these horses darting off in a separate direction. You turn back around to face your foe, and Morgan is just ready for whatever comes next because what she just tried isn't working. As you both are starting to get ready for this encounter, a smoky purple flash goes right above the carriage, hitting the pack leader midair, turning it to ashes. And as that single bolt hits the pack leader, it bursts into multiple smaller purple smoky flames, and they even at an even quicker rate go and hit each of the pack the Hellhound pack. As you see this happening in front of you, a cackle erupts from behind you.
It looks like your luck has run out, dearies.
And as you turn, you see a decrepit old woman hovering in a worn mortar with an onyx black pestle in one hand and a wicker broom in the other. You've seen old women before, but this one seems much older, as if she was there to witness when the first seeds of this forest were planted, possibly even before. And with that, we'll wrap up this week's episode.
There you go, guys. That was The Dirty Journey, brought to you by our boy Adis. Huge round of applause for his DMing. Thank you so much. A quick shout out to Mr. Pickles playing Morgan, myself playing Solomon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let us know in the chat if you did. Comments as well. Like the video if you enjoyed this. Before we wrap up, our last sponsor for today, I'd like to hear from Mr. Pickles about And I Took That Personally. All right,
and
Pickles.
I took that personally.
And I took that personally. Pickles took it so personally that we lost him entirely. That's it from us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to discuss this series or discuss anything that we've talked about today, you're more than welcome to in the Discord. I will throw that link in chat. You guys are more than welcome to head over to the Discord. I don't know about you, Adis. I will be available in the Discord if anyone wants to talk, discuss anything. Adis, will you be available? You'll be around? So, I don't have my bot open. Shit. Well,
See
see if I can boot it up real quick. Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Oh, there he goes.
And word from and I took the perfect timing.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.